So of the 6 custom-made tile commissions prepared for Shangri-La, all but one, the living room portico, can be traced to the Masjid-e-Shah, specifically the entrance portal. Now, given the popularity of the mosque in the international consciousness of the day, its residence at Shangri-La is perfectly sensible. So we've already seen how Pope recreated it in Philadelphia in 1926, how he commissioned the replica for London in 1931, how he emphasized its tiled surfaces in his architectural photography shows that toured the globe, and also how the building itself, its tile work, was undergoing restoration just a few years earlier than these projects. The 6th commission, which was inspired by the Madrasa Madar Shah, and we know this because of the footage, it's quite clear what's inspiring this commission. Also, Robino did note it on the receipt. This commission can also be viewed as a product of its day because this madrasa as well was undergoing restoration at the time for its tile work. So in today's art historical circles, Shangri-La's 6 tile commissions can stimulate heated debate. They do not conform to rigid art historical taxonomies. They can be simultaneously described as traditional, modern, Iranian, American, Safavid Pahlavi, unoriginal, original, and I realize that these are, again, loaded terms, but they underscore the inherent duality of the commissions. For some, their 1938-39 date of manufacture relegates them to the ethnographic rather than the fine art museum, regardless of quality. For others, the assimilation of designs from a religious monument into the spaces of a private home is just another insensitive cliche in the history of Orientalism, a subject that's obviously important to the Shangri-La project, but which we can't delve into here. For scholars of Persian ceramic, however, the commissions are a valuable resource. In addition to constituting what may be, and I say maybe because I just don't know, what may be the only substantial collection of early Pahlavi tile work outside of Iran, they also underscore 2 critical points that can inform the broader field. First, the skills of Pahlavi ceramists were commendable. And second, the mosaic that we admire on Isfahani buildings today is a combination of old Safavid and new Pahlavi, and even really new from 2001. Now, this is a bit of a given. We all assume this to have taken place, but it's never really discussed in the literature, the restoration of these buildings. So as early as the 1930s, these 2 realities were acknowledged by foreign scholars and local authorities. And a useful source that is little known is the Salnameh Ma'arif Isfahan, which is loosely the yearbook of the Isfahan Department of Education of 1934 to 36. So this is a primary source in Persian for this material, which had this to say about the restoration of the Sheikh Lutfallah's dome. Quote, "The point that is necessary to remember is that of the 16 sections of the dome, nearly 2/3 were broken or shattered. What adds to the importance of the repair of the dome is the precision taken in the restoration of the upper portion, for in the end, after the repairs were complete, one could in no way tell the difference between the old and the new parts. The artist, who worked only with total heart and modest expectation on the task, because this is a religious national monument, need to be appreciated. They are Ustad Ghaffar, tile maker, and Ustad Nasrallah, painter and plaster molderer." So the integral relationship between old and new mosaics on Isfahani buildings does have ramifications, I believe, for our study of objects in museum collections.